morning, y'all. It is Wednesday. Now, the light's not too good in here, but I'm going to tell you, I am hot and heavy into these curtains. Now, getting them cut and to the right length was the biggest problem I had. Now, I had two pieces of this cardboard, which I cleaned up really well, and I laid them down on my mopped floor to protect the floors from me scratching them with the scissors. Well, I worked on them for, several hours one day, and so then I went to bed. I got up the next morning and Miss Hazel had peed all over one of them. Anything that is a flat surface, she thinks it's the potty. Thank you, Miss Hazel. At least I had one piece left to put on the end where I was cutting. Now you see I've had to move all my furniture around. There's my ironing board. Now, y'all, I'm going to tell you something. Before I even try to press these curtains, I'm going to have to get a thicker pad under here because this is really, really thin. And that's not conducive to getting your whatever fabric it is ironed out really nice and smooth. So I'm going to have to do that. Who knows? Maybe I won't even press them. But here's how they turned out. And I have to tell y'all, I am proud of myself. Look at this. And look at the length. See down there? See up there? Awesome. Now there's two things about linen. One of them is good, one is not so good. Okay, when you launder linen, it definitely, not only wrinkles, but it shrinks. The good thing about linen is you can shake it out and you can get the length back. Now, here is something I did before I get too boastful and my sewing machine breaks down, is I had these too long. Now, it's better to have them too long. It's better when you're sewing to have anything too big or too long because you can fix that. If you cut it off, you're in a world of hurt. So, these were too long. So what I did was I just bent them over one more hem length and they were perfect. Now that's good for another reason, because if my fabric were to shrink too much and I couldn't fix it, I could let it down. Okay? So that is so awesome. So awesome. And I'm going to tell you the sewing part of these curtains. Look at all this mess. Oh, I'm going to tell you, these are not like my grandmother's and my mother's sewing scissors. These were not really cheap, y'all, but they're not that good. And these little useless things, let me see if I can show you. They have a wonderful laser on them, but they can't even cut butter. It's ridiculous. They're going back. I got these. I didn't even use them. So I'm going to give these to somebody. Ridiculous, y'all. But I tell you what, I am so happy. And I think I've got the hard part done. Now, in these windows, These are going to be shorter curtains for two reasons. Because this bay window has the shelf on it that sticks out. If the curtain was longer, it would be awkward. The other reason is someday I might have a television here and it would get in the way of the curtains opening and closing. And I must tell y'all, now that I've gotten used to having curtains, going back to not having them would be almost impossible. So those are the two reasons why these are going to be shorter. And here's the biggest reason. I only had the 60, whoops, y'all are crooked, the 60 by 60 inch tablecloth to make these curtains out of. And now they are not going to be able, I'm sorry about this light, y'all. They're not going to be able to go all the way around like my other ones are, but they're going to be able to stack back. And then I'll use some of my window film to cover up the middle windows. And of course, I will show you guys all of that when I get it done. Isn't my orchid just beautiful? Now, one of y'all told me that they're supposed to be in small pots. So I have not repotted this orchid into this big pot. However, I am going to, I don't think y'all can see in there, my little orchid is going to go into a larger pot because she is terribly root bound. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I'll show you when I get them all hung up. Now I think my big challenge is yet to come. And that is going to be making the valances. Oh my word, cover your ears. Sailor language. Just kidding. Just kidding. Usually for me to use bad language, I have to hurt myself. You know, when you get bang your head coming up on the sharp corner of a cabinet, that's when I cut loose. Now, I'm going to show you, oh, that's not good. You see the yellow tape right there? That is where I'm going to have Leo cut the legs off of this little table. Now, y'all, I don't want to do it, but I can't stand the table being over the lip of this little ledge. And this is where I want to put my television. So it's got to happen. He'll cut them off for me, and then I will sand them and seal them and put some more felt pads on them. Trust me, y'all, I do hate that because that's one of the sweet features of this table. But I have to make it fit or it will be going. It'll still be sturdy enough because of the bars across and across. So that's it for this video, y'all. I'm going to try to make them shorter. Sunshine, loving it. Okay, y'all. Bye now. Talk to you later.